Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about the brand new Dior Addict Maximizer Lip Plumping Gloss. I have a few shades here. We're going to go ahead and do a product breakdown and application. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. All right, let's start off with some basic product information before we dive in. The new Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plumping Gloss. Now, the Maximizer has existed before, and I have several of the ancient formulas. Now, this new one here retails at $40 US plus tax. I don't remember how much the previous version cost. I imagine it's a similar price, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went up $1 or $2. This is typically how these things go. Now, the new formula here have 20 shades available, which is a huge improvement. The previous versions had maybe 6 or 7 colors, and then for different holidays or different seasonal collections, they would come out with a couple new shades, typically limited edition. But there are 20 permanent shades, and there's a nice mixture of matte creamy gloss and a gloss with a bit of sparkle to it. Now, these have hyaluronic acid in the formula. They are meant to give you a 6-hour volume. So these are meant to be plumping lip glosses. So for up to 6 hours, you're supposed to see a defined volume addition to your lips here. Interesting. And they also claim that 36% of participants who tried the product saw an instant plumping effect. About the product, the iconic Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plumping Gloss gets a refresh with a new 90% natural origin formula and a reimagined case and updated shades. So that's what I was really curious about. Like, why are they reformulating it? What's the difference? So from what I can see, the cases are different. This is a previous version here, and this is the new version. You can see the new version here is more sleek, and you just have the Dior logo in the corner. And the old version had Dior on the front here and Maximizer written here. So the size is the same amount, but the packaging is different. The formulation is different. The ingredients are different. This is mostly natural derived origin products, or ingredients, I should say, and the shade range. The shade range is a huge improvement here. These products are vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free. They're free of parabens. They're free of mineral oil. And what else do we need to know? It's also infused with cherry oil and hyaluronic acid. Now, cherry oil is in the lip glow oil. These products here, these have cherry oil in them. I love the lip glow oil. I have several of these colors here. I think they're all fabulous. And the cherry oil in here is incredibly nourishing and hydrating. So I am quite happy to see that the new formula here also has that ingredient. The plumping lip gloss is meant to smooth out the lips, make them look bigger, and keep them hydrated for up to 24 hours. Listen, these brands come up with the most outlandish claims. How can you apply one product and have it hydrate your lips for 24 hours? I don't know. But they claim that. And the new shade range here has clear, intense, shimmering, and holographic finishes. So it's really going to be up to you which colors you get, because there are so many beautiful shades. I think really that is the tough choice here. There's too many choices. I'm going to go ahead and include the ingredient list right here because I know some people have allergies and sensitivities. We also have a few suggested usages on the website. It says apply directly on the lips as a gloss for mirror-like shine. Use as a lip primer by removing the excess product before applying lipstick for a smooth and hydrated lip. That's typically my preferred method of applying the maximizers. I apply them on my lips when I start doing my makeup, and then by the time I'm finished my full face, I just blot off the excess and just apply the lip liner and lipstick. It says caution, external use only, duh. It's non-irritating for the lips, avoid contact with the eyes, and yeah, that's pretty standard. Now, typically these have a little bit of a mint scent, and that scent is still there. And also these will typically have a tingling mint sensation to sort of lean into that plumping effect. I picked up 3 shades, and the ones that I got are 004 Coral, 006 Berry, and 018 Intense Spice. Like I stated, it's really going to be up to you to figure out which colors to get because they all look really amazing in my opinion. They all look really lovely. So I'm so happy that these colors are all permanent because there's less pressure of having to get something while supplies last. This is permanent. It's going to be around for a while. So let's go ahead and do some swatches. So Intense Coral looks like a liquefied creamsicle. It's giving me coral with a bit of a milky finish. I'm actually impressed with how opaque this color payoff is. There are some lip maximizers that don't really have any color. There is the 001 lip product. This is called a Delicate Pink, and that is the one that reacts to your lip's natural pH. So that one doesn't really have a shade. It has whatever shade your lip is. Let's go on to 006 Berry. The coral shade is described as a sheer color. I think I inadvertently got a couple of the more sheer colors, but 006 is also a sheer fuchsia, sheer berry finish. So even though these are both described as having sheer finishes, there is a nice color payoff. It almost just looks like a more sheer gloss. I wasn't quite certain how sheer things would be, but I am pleasantly surprised so far. And let's go into 018 Intense Spice. 018 Intense Spice is described as a bold chestnut. So I would say that this finish here is more intense. It's not as sheer as the first two. And you can see it looks a bit more solid. It's a bit less streaky. So if you're looking to get these as a standalone lip color, I think you should make sure to pay attention to the description. Because when I placed my order, I think I hit refresh the second that they were available online. So they didn't exactly fill in all the information, like which one is sheer, which one is intense. So just be mindful of that. And the wand applicator looks like a very standard maximizer wand here. It looks the exact same, honestly. I don't really know. I think the only difference is the ingredients and the shade selection. This is a classic wand here from a previous release, but it's really just the shade range that you're going to see a big difference and the ingredients. And hopefully the ingredient change doesn't really change much as far as texture, application, all that. So let's go into the 004 Coral color. I would say that the texture feels the exact same as the previous formula. You have that mint scent. Yeah, it's there. And you do get a little bit of that minty tingling sensation. So just be mindful because some people can't handle that. If you don't want any of that plumping minty effect, get the lip glow oil instead. But it feels the same. It's not less intense or more intense. It's the exact same. This is a very sheer coral. What's interesting about the maximizer formula is regardless of the color you get, it does take a minute just for it to sort of mix with your lip. I feel like as I'm talking, the sheer creamsicle color is sort of enhancing a little bit. I think this is about as intense as it's going to go. I do wish that this was a little bit more coral, a bit more orange, but I do think this is very pretty, a very beautiful color. I like orange and coral, especially because I tend to go for blushes in that shade. So I think this is incredibly pretty and very soft as well. This sort of looks like my lip color, but a little bit better, and it is nice and glossy. So let's go ahead and try the other colors as well. Moving on to 006 Berry. So even though this berry color is described as a sheer fuchsia, you can see that it's much more opaque. You definitely get more color payoff with this shade here. So I'm going to use this anytime I'm going into a berry red raspberry lip color. I will prime my lip with this first and then blot off the excess and apply my lipstick. Also, this is going to be great on its own or even top of a berry lip. I love the color. It's not as like grapey. It has a bit more red and raspberry in it. It's described as sheer fuchsia, so you do get a little bit of that pink coming through. I love the color. I'm very, very happy with the shades that I got. I did debate back and forth with a few of these colors, but I wanted to get a mixture of shades that weren't too close to each other, so I'm happy with these two here especially because they look so different from each other, and it's just kind of like the best of both worlds. So I just blotted off the excess, like the shiny part basically, and you can still see that there's a little bit of a tint here on the lips. So that tint is going to last several hours. It's not as intense as a lipstick, but you can see that these will add color to your lips as well. Now let's go into 018 Intense Spice. I assume this is going to be the most opaque out of all three. This one here was definitely the most opaque, the fastest. It just took a couple of swipes to get this color payoff here, and this is incredibly true to color. So I think if you do follow the guide, like which ones are more intense, you're going to get a pretty accurate color payoff here. This is beautiful. It's giving me my lip but better in a brownie nude. I would wear all three of these on their own, to be honest. Like, yes, they can be primers, they can be enhancers, but I think that these are gorgeous shades. I think they're standalone. This one here is described as an intense chestnut. I'm not sure what that means exactly, except for like a type of brown, and it's called Intense Spice. So it's like a warm, spicy brown, but there are other brown colors to choose from. There's an intense rosewood. So just for reference, this is a rosewood from a previous collection here. I can go ahead and swatch, but the rosewood looks more pink, I would say. And there's also, I think, a mahogany shade, which is gorgeous. So this is Intense Spice. This is the rosewood from a previous release, and this is mahogany. So if you like the nudes, I might suggest this family of colors here. But like I stated, your dilemma will be picking which colors to get. Now, this product makes very big claims. It claims to be a high shine finish. Yeah, definitely high shine finish. Claims to be hydrating. I do think it is hydrating, but it's not going to hydrate for 24 hours. No, but it does feel really comfortable, feels nice. It says it has a shimmer finish. Well, this one is not really shimmery, but very plumpy, very glossy. Now this claims to be a plumping lip gloss. Here's the tea. Anytime you add a lip gloss, your lips will automatically look more voluminous. Gloss just adds volume, it adds definition, it makes them look bigger. Will these act as lip filler and lip injection to your lips? Of course not. No, but they are beautiful colors. They have a beautiful finish. I actually like the little mint sensation. It makes me think that my lips are bigger. Maybe it's like psychosomatic. I'm like, oh, my lips are bigger. Like I think they're bigger, so therefore they look bigger. But they're not actively going to, inject your lips with a filler or whatever they do. They claim that you're going to see an immediate volume effect, and you are going to see an immediate volume effect because it's a gloss. They say that your lips are going to be smoother. Yes, because it's a gloss. So I think, like as a gloss, I think it's gorgeous. But if you purchase this thinking you're going to get lip injections, you're not. But if you love the colors, if you like the formula and the finish, like I do, I have many of these, but I purchased them knowing they're not going to make me look like Lisa Rinna. I know that. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. But I do still think that it's a really great product. Would I purchase the new maximizers again? Yes. Do I recommend them? Yes, 100%. I think that they are a great product, but just be mindful of what I just told you. Like, don't believe every single marketing claim. Sometimes a product can be good as it is without necessarily living up to every expectation. Like this also is not going to hydrate your lips for 24 hours. That's just impossible. But overall, I think it's a great product. I think this is a huge improvement shade range wise. Like the shade ranges, you guys, you have to go look. Like please click on the link and go look at all the shades available because there are some gorgeous colors. Like honestly, if I didn't have a mortgage, I would have bought many, many more. But because this is permanent, I can shop at my leisure. I don't have to stress out. I'm certain that I will purchase more in the future. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you do. I talk a lot about Dior, about Chanel, other luxury French brands. I do a lot of reviews. So if you're not subscribed, you're going to miss out on a lot of great content. I would love to hear from you down in the comments because the Maximizer is sort of a cult status product. It's been around for a long time. I don't know when it was invented, but it's been around for quite some time now. It's gone through different variations, different reformulations, but I'm really happy with this one here because to me, this reformulation makes so much sense. Instead of just reformulating it for the sake of reformulating, they also added like so many shades. This is perfect. I love this. And if you're not aware, Dior is going to reformulate a lot of products in the new year. You didn't hear it from me. I heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend. But their concealers, their foundations, their blushes too, a lot is going to be reformulated in the new year. So just be mindful of that. And for those of you who are not aware, I have an online beauty consulting service. It's a one-on-one video chat with me where you get to pick my brain. So perhaps you are seeing some new makeup releases on the market and you don't want that sales pressure from Sephora and you just want someone to give you some unbiased beauty advice. Go ahead and click the link down below to book a session for yourself. But anyway, that is all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.